DHT. My name is Eric, and I'm a loner of sorts. I walk around my high school dressed as a white vampire hunter from Blade, along with a trench coat with the red glasses. I had it all down. I was waiting until I was 19, so I was able to go to a dentist and get some real fangs put in my mouth for the full transformation. That's what I was envisioning myself to become. And I was even allowed to have a little plastic staff that was able to go into itself. I thought it went well. I always pulled it out and walked with it to other classes that I had. I really enjoyed it at lunchtime, where I would talk to my fellow goth friend. Her name was Trixie. She was this super goth girl who was really into the movie Craft. She would wear super long boots with green and white laces. She would have her dark black hair in a ponytail with lipstick, and always wanted me to go hang out with her in the graveyard of our town. It was not very big. It was decent, though. We had happened to know a kid who had fallen into a car crash. It was one of the worst that our town had ever seen for decades, but we would go there to the grave and talk to them. She got this idea to go to a meta bookstore. We had happened to have one in town. It was on the other side of town, trying to find some vampire stuff she had not seen the week before. Lucky for her, the shop owner was one to come across strange objects every 3 weeks or so from some partner of his we never saw, but was always heard his name, Dr. J. Plus, he always was on the phone, but told him he'd call him back later. Dr. J, and would greet us. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. And now, Trixie, I think I have what you're looking for a long time. Oh, yeah? Like you found the elixir that I've been wanting? The one with the vampire blood and the tears of the small gnome and also the beard trimmings? Yes. That I have all them for you? Good. Do you have payment for me? Well, yes. How much would you like for this? Well, let's just say she pulls up her card. He said about $800. And she says, all right. Then she swipes her card. It goes through. He gives her the bags, and they're on their way outside of town. It's dusk, and it's about to turn dark. It takes about 30 minutes to get to the other side of town, but it takes about twice as quick. It feels like something had picked up my car, and it felt like 300 little feet running on the bottom of my car, like the Stone Age. It was so crazy. I said to Trixie if she felt it. She said, yeah, I felt something a little strange. Then she looked in the mirror, and she sees something run off into the forest as if there was nothing there. We get outside and we see little white hairs on the side of the road. She looked down at her bag to see what she had purchased, and there were some beard trimmings missing. But then she grabbed the vial, was still there. She went ahead and grabbed it. She thought it would be cold, but then it was somehow warm to the touch. She asked me to put my hand to feel it for myself, so I did. I was in shock as well. I put it away at first, and then we get on our side of town. Anyways, Trixie looks over at me. She looks a little different, but I noticed she has some blood on her side of her lip. Asked her, did you drink the vial of blood that I had given to you? That he had given to you? Why, yes. You fool, you don't understand. I want to be immortal, I said. What are you talking about? She then proceeds to bite my neck. I scream out in pain. Ah! Then all of a sudden my muscles start to tighten, and then my clothes begin to get a little bit tighter to feel like they're about to burst at the seams, in which they finally do. And all you see is these giant muscles on me, and then I look in the mirror, and then I see these flash of all sorts, and then my teeth, and then I notice fangs. Ah, yes, now, here they are, very nice indeed. I get this sense of hearing and all the other things that come along with it. We get back home in a hurry to our houses and try to act normal as possible, not to be seen by our parents, as the next day to arrive, ready for another school day. Me and her both meet up to discuss prior events from the day to see if there's any changes. Well, lucky for me, they are dissecting some pigs in class, a few wings away. I can almost always smell it already. I'm not trying to run to the science class to go pick one up myself, but the urge of it is very hard to do. I run over there between lunches when everybody's gone, and then I start to suck down some of the blood. But then I realize that it's Trixie that's starting to do it. Drink the blood. Then all of a sudden, he tries to snap Trixie out of it. Hey, come on now. He shakes her back and forth faster and faster. And then her eyes open up real big. And then she runs out, attacking everyone in sight. 4 to 6 people try to take her down, but then she fights them off and gets away and runs outside the front doors of the school, me chasing in tow as her vampire slave until the end of time. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe.